To my channel, I am Ram, and this channel is going to be a platform where I am going to share my learnings and experience with you all. So today we are going to learn about formula, that is area formulas of different shapes. So if you want to see this video in Tamil, I will give the link in the description box below. So let's go. So on the other day I was learning about the area of different shapes and the formula of that. So I was curious on the this made me to go back to the school days, and on those school days I used to mug up the formulas as you all do the same. So I thought that why these formulas exist, from where these formulas came from. So I started to search why these formulas are for these specific shapes and why not the other. So I started to search and learn about the formulas and their real meaning. So today I am going to share about how the formulas evolved. So let's start. And now I have given the area formulas for different shapes. Here square, here rectangle, here triangle, and here trapezium. So I am going to explain how these formulas evolve from one to the other. Okay. Now if you want to see this square, let's start from square, because this is the base of every other formulas. From this formula, every other formulas got evolved. Okay. So let's take a graph first. Let's assume a graph like this, okay, and we are going to place this square in this graph, okay. So if we are placing this square in this graph like this, we can assume this square as a side of length, like say 2 units, okay. So if you apply that square over here, we will be having like this 1 here, 2. The same applies over here, because all the sides of the square is equal. So if you notice in the graph paper, you will notice a small line like this that will cross like this. Okay, so if you can see here, the number of units, that is this small cube is 1 unit, okay, this small square is 1 unit. So if you count this units, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 units, which means the area of this square is 4. How we derive this is nothing but by adding the units inside this square, okay. So we can also say this number of rows into number of columns. There are 2 rows and 2 columns, which means A into A, because both the rows and the columns are the same unit, that is 2, okay. That's why we are having A square, okay. This is how we evolve the formula A square. The same applies to the rectangle also. I will draw another graph over here, okay, and I will place a rectangle like this, and let's assume the size of this rectangle be 3 over here and 7 over here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, let's see 6, okay, let's say 6. So like 6 over here and 3 over here, 1, 2 and 3. So apply the same logic over here. If we draw like this, and if we make and count the units inside this rectangle, we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 columns and 3 units. Okay, so 6 columns into 3 units will give the number of separate unit inside this whole triangle, whole rectangle. So we get 18 units. Okay, so 18 units. How we derived it? The same logic. We can apply the same logic of the square in this rectangle, that is the length of one side is 6, that is, let's keep this as A as we are keeping over here, and let's keep this as 3 as B. So the area of rectangle is A into B. This is how we evolve the formula A into B. The area of square as well as the rectangle. Now we will see the area of the another shape, that is parallelogram. This is parallelogram, okay. So if you notice this, you will feel that this is similar to rectangle, but it's just diagonal, okay. It became something like this. It's disposition, okay. So if we make this disposition rectangle into a clear-cut rectangle like this, we can apply the same formula of rectangle over here, okay. So but we can't do this because the shape over here is something disposition, okay. So if you want to find the formula of this parallelogram, so this is parallelogram, so if you want to find the area formula for parallelogram, you have to simply make this parallelogram into a rectangle, okay. How I am doing that is just cutting this parallelogram like this, and I am going to join over here, okay. So if I join this over here, I can get like this. You can see now it became a parallelogram now a rectangle. So we can easily say that this is similar to a rectangle, and we can apply the same formula of rectangle, okay, area formula of rectangle. So the difference is here we will mention this thing as height and this as base, okay. So the formula becomes breadth into height. So this is how we evolve the area of parallelogram formula. So breadth into height, we just use the area of rectangle formula and applied over here. The same goes for area of triangle as well. So the area of triangle is of breadth into height. We know this is the height and this is the breadth, okay. So I will just draw a triangle like this, and I want to find the area formula of this triangle, okay. So I can't find the area of this formula at a straight, so I have to think. So I am thinking that this can also be converted into a rectangle or a parallelogram by using some other base, okay. So I am thinking, and I am just making this triangle into two triangles like this. I am adding two triangles like this, and I am going to add this triangle over here, okay. So I will get like this. What I am making? I am making this triangle inverted and fixing this triangle here, okay. So I am fixing like this. So what you are seeing now? Yes, it is a parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. So with a single triangle, we evolved into a parallelogram. So what is parallelogram? What is the area formula for parallelogram? Simple, breadth into height. But this parallelogram has two triangles. We need only one triangle. We need the formula for one triangle. So we have to divide this by 2. That's why we are getting of breadth into height. This is how we got the formula of B into H. Seeing the area formula of triangle as well, now we will go to trapezium. So this is trapezium. Trapezium will look like this. It will be diagonal over here like this, and the sides, the opposite sides will not be same. So here we can see that the length A is bigger, and whereas the length B is smaller, okay. This is trapezium. So now we are going to find the area formula of a trapezium, okay. This is trapezium. Let's assume this as B and this as A, okay. Now we are going to find the area formula of trapezium. So again I am going to apply the same formula as I applied for the area of triangle. So what I am going to do is I am going to take a trapezium like this. Okay, I am going to take two trapezium like this. Sorry. I am going to take two trapezium like this, and I am going to join these two trapezium by inverting this trapezium upside down. Okay, so I am going to join like this. Okay, so how I will get? Now I will get like this. This trapezium comes like this, and this is going to be like up inverted, and it will get like this. So it will come like this. Now we got a parallelogram. We got a parallelogram now. So we know the formula of parallelogram is breadth into height. Okay, breadth into height. So now we have two parallelogram. Now we have two trapezium which combine to form a parallelogram whose area is breadth into height. Okay, but we know that here we can't find breadth, the actual breadth, but where this holds as A, B, and here A and B, because this trapezium got inverted and the A comes over here. This A came over here. So we will have breadth instead of breadth B. Instead of breadth B, we will have A plus B into height. Okay. So instead of this breadth B, we have A plus B into height. Okay. So same as we like a triangle, we use two trapezium to form one parallelogram. So if you want to find the area of one trapezium, we have to divide this by 2. That's why we are having 1 by 2 into A plus B into height. So this is how we got the formula 1 by 2 into A plus B into height. So this is how we discovered the formula of trapezium. So there are few other shapes as well, like ellipse, sphere, and goes on like this. I will try to cover in the upcoming videos. So if you like this video, please like this video and share this video to those one who don't like maths, and subscribe to my channel to support me and to get instant notification of my upcoming videos as well. If you have any other queries, or if you want to say something about any maths related stuffs or any other stuffs, please let me know in the comment section. So thank you. Have a great day.